TikTok personality known as Kodiak Red is in trouble with the law again.
Hey, don't touch me. What? Bro. What?
Oh my God!
What the fuck?
I don't care, bro. You profiling me.
One thing about me is I never been no. I never been no. That's one thing about me. Tell that cop to give me his dash number and his name right now. I'm famous. I'm more famous.
The judge gave Frank Venegas bail this afternoon for having a gun without a serial number and oxy pill.
A murder suspect has been arrested at the Island Boys' home. The TikTok star's home was raided by a SWAT team on...
As you know, the Island Boys, the twins, are now totally broken homeless. But what about the lawsuit and legal consequences? Those are making their situation worse day by day. It's one thing to hear that the Island Boys are broken homeless, but what about hearing that they might spend the rest of their lives in prison? Shocking, right? That's actually what's happening now. The Island Boys have ruined themselves with their reckless behavior, and their criminal activity has completely destroyed them. So what's actually going on with the Island Boys? How will they end up in jail, and how are legal issues ruining them even more? Let's keep watching till the end. The Island Boys were one of the top internet celebrities, making a lot of money in a very short time.
We were making $40,000 a day. More than that.
And gaining both fame and hate.
Gang, they got to use that word. I'm speechless.
Their controversial behavior brought them huge criticism.
I'm not trying to fight. I try to stop the fight.
But it didn't just end with controversy. It literally turned into crime. Yes, they committed crimes themselves. When people with a criminal mindset become rich and see a lot of money, they often think they can do anything. No, they can't do anything wrong. They can't escape the law. It all started in February 2022. The Venegas brothers' home was raided by police in connection with a drive-by shooting killed an 8-year-old girl. Childhood friend of the brothers was arrested in connection to the incident. The Venegas brothers were not implicated in the case. A lot of criticism followed.
A murder suspect has been arrested at the Island Boys' home. The TikTok star's home was raided by a SWAT team on Monday, with their 20-year-old friend being taken into custody after being identified in the shooting of an 8-year-old child.
And the Island Boys were brutally involved in the controversy at that time.
I just want to send my condolences to the family that this tragedy has happened. It's very sad.
Some people at that time also said the Island Boys were involved in the crime, while others said they were not. In the end, the police did not charge them, but the Island Boys still faced major backlash. Within just 1 year, one of the Island Boys, Frankie Venegas, was arrested. In May 2023, Pompano Beach, Florida, he was arrested for domestic battery after an altercation with his girlfriend, during which he allegedly slapped her and pushed her into a pool. Some of their controversial videos only made things worse, turning the Island Boys' fame into massive hate. Not only that, just 1 year after his first arrest anniversary, Frankie Venegas was arrested again. May 2024, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was arrested for reckless driving, providing false identification to an officer, and operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Okay, so you're gonna go to jail for the fake name and for driving recklessly, and then I'm gonna do your report for what happened earlier.
Bro.
You've been driving like an asshole.
No, you guys don't understand. Yeah, I'm going to jail for no reason.
At that time, the Island Boys' situation got even worse, and the fame they once had was quickly turning into massive hate. People also started criticizing both brothers since they rose to fame together. Then came what many called the final nail in the coffin for the Island Boys in February 2025, Naples, Florida. Frankie was arrested during a traffic stop where deputies reportedly found oxycodone pills and a firearm with an altered serial number. He was charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and possession of a firearm with an altered serial number.
The judge gave Frank Venegas bail this afternoon for having a gun without a serial number and oxy pills. The judge set his bond at $1,000 for the drug charges and $2,500 for the tampered gun charge.
That completely ruined their image, and people began calling them nothing more than criminals. At that point, many thought the Island Boys had disappeared because despite all their attempts to stay relevant, they simply couldn't. Some fans argued that Frankie was the problem, while Fly Soulja was different. But recently, during a stream with Jack Doherty, even Fly Soulja was seen in another chaotic run-in with police.
Get away from me. Alright, I'm letting you know, alright?
I don't know, what'd you say?
I said, why are you next to me right now? I'm talking to him.
You act like I'm gonna do something to you.
I don't know you.
I'm sorry about that, sir. Thank you. I have the plate at home. I just never put it on.
Can you just see that? The Island Boys actually acted so low that now even the police are humiliating them. Just look at their expressions. They're completely exposed, broken, and embarrassed by the authorities. And what's next? They even tried to fight the police. Literally, Fly Soulja tried to go at them, and you can see it here.
Let me get your
badge
I know
number?
you're trying to
Give me
get
your badge
clout
number,
and all
let me
that
get your
too.
name. Let me get your badge number.
Here, chill.
No. This had nothing to do with you.
Get me arrested, so shut up.
All right, so
You're gonna
give
get
me your
arrested,
badge
all right?
number and give me your name.
I just said it's on camera. I just gave it to you.
25 feet.
Hey,
I will take you to
what's
jail.
25 feet?
Now it's a new law. You cannot
No,
record.
what's 25 feet though?
25
I'm supposed to
feet.
calculate what 25
I'm
feet
counting, right? With
is.
my
Yeah,
feet.
all right, go. One thing about me is I've never been no. That's one thing about me. Tell that cop to give me his badge number and his name right now. I'm famous. I'm more famous than anybody here. I'll put him up. I'm famous.
Can you just imagine this? The Island Boys have now become complete jokers. He actually wanted to fight with the police, and when they called him infamous, he tried to prove he's famous by saying everyone knows him. The situation of the Island Boys has now hit rock bottom. No one is buying into their image anymore, and many of the remaining lawsuits and complaints against them are still unresolved. At any moment, they could face more legal consequences, and with this kind of behavior, jail time is definitely a possibility for the Island Boys. But the main thing is, they are no longer like before. After all the lawsuits and legal troubles, the twins have almost disappeared from the internet. With no fame left and very little money, even meeting basic needs became a struggle. People began using them to make money. For example, at the Aiden Ross boxing event, they were set up to lose just so they could earn a little food for a few days. Later, a video of that incident went viral, showing them being kicked out of the event by security, further embarrassing them online.
Yo, excuse me. Yo. You got shit. You hear me, motherfucker? Hey, no, he gotta go. Let's go.
Is this real life, bro? This is a fever dream.
Recently, clips went viral showing them being humiliated again, like when Jack Doherty kicked one of them out of his home, making it look like he was kicking out a beggar.
I know you're gonna try something.
No, I need to grab myself.
I don't care. He's not. I will bring it out for you. Because I know you're dying to try something. Because you're in my face. Get away from my face. I told you. Get him out. No, he's gonna try something. I don't know what to do with this.
I need to get my lift back.
You're a
In the end, the Island Boys completely destroyed their own lives. They went from overnight fame and making thousands of dollars a day to being ridiculed and forgotten by the very fans who once celebrated them. Every reckless decision, every public fight, and every shady move slowly chipped away at their reputation. They ignored advice, flaunted money they didn't wisely manage, and kept digging themselves into controversy after controversy. Their fame, which once seemed unstoppable, vanished almost overnight. Legal troubles, public humiliation, and personal conflicts between the two brothers made it impossible for them to recover. People stopped seeing them as entertainers and started seeing them as a joke. Memes and viral clips of their failures spread across the internet, reminding everyone that their glamorous lifestyle was nothing but a facade. So now the Island Boys are totally destroyed. No fame left at all. And just to stay relevant, they're literally out here trying to pick fights with the police. Can you imagine how far gone they are? The Island Boys have completely ruined themselves. All the lawsuits, all the controversies, it has killed their reputation for good. But what do you guys think about all of this? What do you think about the ultimate downfall of the Island Boys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.